What we've got here is the translite from Bride of Pinbot, or the machine Bride of Pinbot, which nobody says. Nobody says the machine Bride of Pinbot. But why do I have this out? I mean, what the heck am I doing here? Alright, so if you look at some of the reflections here in the light, you can kind of see it here. It's just really dirty and yucky. You can see some of it up near the top here, but overall this thing looks horrible. Let me try picking up. Yeah, the camera makes it look way better, way nicer than what it really is. So you can see some of it in the reflection here, but it's my viewpoint that the smallest things really make the biggest difference. If you do a lot of the small things on a machine, just little touch-ups, clean little things, overall nobody might not notice the individual little thing that you're doing, but the overall impression of the machine is going to be like, wow, that's amazing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this apart. Being a translite, all it is a sheet of glass, and then we've got some of these black side pieces that come off here. Let's flip this thing the other way here. This will be pulling up. But another thing is, this thing is just kind of dirty on the back. I worked on this machine in, let's see here, there we go. I worked on this machine in 2013. I had it in my house for 3 months, just taking my time on it, cleaning it. Yeah, you can see all the shadows from the heat of the lamps and stuff. So we're going to clean this up. I'm going to use a combination of Windex, mainly for the glass, and this for the translite. So like I was saying, you can see it right on the edge here, but what this is a thin piece of plastic. That's the translite here. Got a piece of glass, and then we got some retainers. So we're just going to pull this off and then clean everything up. There, you can really see the difference in there. So we're going to test an area. I've had pretty good luck using Windex on the back of a translite, but we're going to test it out, make sure it looks good. We don't want to scratch anything or make anything worse, but I'm going to pull it apart, clean it up, and then we'll see how it looks when I'm done. But yeah, so basically just taking one of these apart here. Just carefully pull these out. It's just a little channel. Pull this guy out. Don't necessarily have to take out the bottom channel if it's held in with butyl or something. It might be really tough. Okay, we'll pull this top off. Yeah, super easy to pull off. Boy, look at that dirt. So, oh, here. Yep. There we go. There's the translite. And looking at the translite, it still looks really clean. I'm pretty sure I would have cleaned this in 2013. I might not have. I spent a lot of time on the playfield, but yeah, this thing's like super clean. So I'm just going to work on cleaning the back very carefully. Hopefully we won't scratch it. We'll set it over here for now. Work on cleaning it, but we'll take our time cleaning the glass, make sure it's spotless. Take a razor blade to it if we need to, if there's any gunk under or anything. But alright, let's shut the camera down and I'll get to work. Okay, here we are before I start cleaning, but I wanted to show you guys how nasty this thing really is. And we'll see if the camera can pick it up. Make sure I'm not gonna dry. Yeah, there you go. Look at how nasty that is. That is just sad. You know, it is what it is, obviously, but yeah, there you go. Whoo, look at that sucker. But she should clean up really good. And yeah, we'll make it look pretty again. Okay. Camera off, back to work. I've cleaned the front of this and it turned out really good. I just used a little bit of Novus 2. Just kind of gently on the front, try to avoid any more scratches. I got rid of some light scratches on it. I probably introduced some when I cleaned it with Windex first, but hey, it is what it is and it's still better than what it was. Going over to the glass here. This turned out great, and here's something that I did. After I cleaned it with the Windex, I checked it in the light. There's still a lot of debris on it, and I laid down the Windex on here, and I just, with the Windex as a lubricant, I just worked the blade back and forth, keeping it at a shallow angle. That scrapes off a lot of that crud. And if we put it up here, it turned out really good. Here's the edge of the Here's the glass right here. Alright, yep. Turned out really, really nice. So, the glass does not need to be replaced, and looks good. So, now what we got is the back of this guy. I've started doing a little bit of cleaning, thought I'd show you guys. I just used Windex, gentle rubbing with a paper towel, and I was able to get quite a bit better on here versus this versus that. I did the C a little bit here. Now we'll hit the manual focus, and we'll show you that there's still debris on there, but it is what it is, and it'll be fine. But just kind of interesting to see how dirty these things can get. See what we can do here. Here we go. So yeah, it's definitely surface crud on here. Somebody might have spray painted the cabinet or something. Got some of that in there, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, she's going to turn out really good. Be much cleaner, and it'll be that much brighter. But like I said, sometimes it's just the little things. You do a whole bunch of little things that add up to an overall impression of a machine. So I'm partially the way through it, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I'll do a little demonstration here of how I do it. Now, different translites are different sensitivities to chemicals and abrasives and stuff, so you gotta be careful unless you want to buy a new translite. But I've got a big, soft bristle brush here. Don't know where I got it, but it's pretty darn soft. I like it. And a lot of this stuff is from cigarette smoke over the years and whatnot. It just hangs on the wiring and works its way out, and heat of the bulbs and all that stuff, so bound to happen. I'm just using some classic Windex here, and I'm just doing little spots at a time here, so we'll just hit her a little bit. Very gently work it in here with the opposite hand. Not really letting it set on here too long. I don't want this, whatever coating this is, to get damaged. So we'll let that sit. And brace this here. And there we go. It's looking better already. It's not like new, but it's going to be so much better and just be that much brighter with the light bulbs behind it. And I'm probably going to stick with light bulbs because, you know me, I do like incandescents, especially when they're originally incandescent. There are variations, of course, in how I do things, but yeah, pretty straightforward and simple, so we'll keep on going here. There she is, all done and looking great. Now remember, you got to be careful what chemicals you use on this. I used Windex, which I could tell it was kind of softening up a few things, but for me, it really cuts down on the tar. That's what we're dealing with, tar from cigarette smoke. But there are other products. But you can see some of the streaking in here and whatnot, but that's on the silvering. I felt it was okay. I tried not to leave it on very long, and it worked good for me. But other chemicals work fine too. And you just gotta test it out and see what works best for you. Let's flip it over here. And she is looking absolutely gorgeous. I really like this artwork by Yoshi, and the design by Python Angelo, of course. I think he might have done the cabinet side art, because you can tell this is a little slightly different style. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention. On the heart here, that's a translucent window. And let's see if we can get a good shot through her heart, shall we say. Ha ha ha. Yeah, there you go. Yep, you can see some stuff behind it. So there's a little bit of smudging in the window just from something from behind rubbing, but I polished that out with Novus too, and it looks a lot better. Alright, take this down here. So one of the great things about this, we're pretty much done for this. This is going to look beautiful back on here, way better than what it would. Got the nice signature, well not signature, but illustration by Yossi, concept and design by Python, 1990. Even though I had this in my house for 3 months, you know, way back in 2013, looking at it again, there's stuff I didn't notice the last time. We got all these cool little guys down here. This guy's sweeping. This guy's obviously holding this assembly here. This guy's doing some other. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff. We got an apple over here. I knew about the glass and the space shuttle. That's pretty obvious when you see that, but it's really neat, all the little details. Player special diffusion. Some guys up here doing some stuff. Just really, really cool things. So, alright, I hope you enjoyed this little quick session here on cleaning the translite and how much it can improve the overall look of the machine.